Huh. Hello. Aren't you a little excited? You think we were going duck hunting? Well, actually, we are going duck hunting this week. Paul and Keith Beasley, co-hosts for Canada Rough, are being joined this week by Carly Mickey of Delta Waterfowl. And boy, what a great job Delta do for the future of waterfowling. It's going to be a great hunt, and we're at the Bradley Marsh. I'm your host, Thomas Pigeon, for Canada Rough. Let's get hunting.
Dodge presents Canada in the Rough, the hunting adventure documentary series. Canada, the last hunting frontier, 3.5 million square miles of unspoiled wilderness, and some of the best hunting on the planet. Canada in the Rough, the hunting adventure documentary series. Season 6 is brought to you by Dodge, grab life by the horns. Rocky Outdoor Gear. The Beretta family of firearms. Federal Premium Ammunition, every shot counts. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Yamaha, ATVs and outboards. And Pioneer Log Homes of BC, the finest log homes on earth. This week on Canada in the Rough, we're duck hunting in Ontario. Ontario has some great migratory waterfowl flyways, and the James Bay Flyway is one of the best. Today, we'll be hunting with one of the oldest and most respected hunting clubs in North America, the Bradley Duck Hunting Club. Located on the shores of Lake St. Clair in southwestern Ontario, the Bradley Duck Hunting Club has been in business for over 80 years and on average sees upwards of 50,000 ducks and geese pass through their flyway each season. With the ability to control the water levels on their 3,000-acre property, the options of hunting marsh, field, and even flooded cornfields, and their friendly and knowledgeable staff and guides, there are obvious reasons why this club has been operating for so many years. This week, Paul and Keith Beasley have been invited by the Bradley family to take part in 2 amazing duck hunts they will never forget. Joining Paul and Keith will be Carly Mickey from Delta Waterfowl. Delta Waterfowl is one of the great conservation organizations out there that are helping to keep this wonderful hunting heritage alive and strong across Canada and the U.S. Stay tuned for this week's episode as we take part in 2 amazing duck hunts in southwestern Ontario. This segment of Rough Gear is brought to you by Ontario Monster Whitetails Magazine. All Ontario, all the time.
You know, Thomas, migratory bird hunting is a big part of Canada Rough, a big part of hunting in general across Canada. And one of the things in the Migratory Bird Act that's changed over the years, and to the surprise of many, was eliminating toxic shot. And ammunition companies have really stepped up to help us as hunters have things that have value. What have you found has worked for you?
Well, you're right. You know, there's been tremendous evolution in the world of non-toxic shot. You know, started out with steel way back when, and the earlier steel was not good. You know, it turned off a lot of hardcore waterfowlers from hunting because lead, you know, it had that impact, knocked down those birds. Steel, of course, cuts, so it'd shoot through the bird. But earlier steel just wasn't fast enough. Now we're seeing this new steel that's being produced by the premium manufacturers out there. It hits fast, cuts fast, does its job. But you know, we've really seen some great evolutions. We've seen some of those super premium loads show up, and you know what? Some waterfowlers just can't spring for the dollars for it. And we've got a brand new evolution. You know, in black cloud. You know, black clouds. There's often a lot of black clouds when we're out there waterfowling.
We've seen a few.
We've seen some miserable weather. And of course, the cool thing about that load is that it has a percentage of its shot that is steel, but it's conical in nature. So it spins through the air, still cuts like steel, but literally if you think about that conical shape spinning, it slaps when it hits, and it has impact of lead. So you've got the combination of a non-toxic shot and the lethality of lead. You know, life doesn't get any better than that for a waterfowler.
Absolutely.
Coming up, the Bradley Duck Hunt begins after the break. Closed captioning is brought to you by Burris. See the light.
Well, the Bradley Marsh is a special kind of a thing because of the amount of birds that are around here, the different diversity of everything of what we have to offer, from lake shooting to the marsh, of course, and the field shooting. I started here. I was born and raised on the farm. My dad guided here. My mom worked up in the lodge, so it was just a natural thing for me to get into it. I've been probably guiding now for, well, 30 years full-time. I started when I was 14. We work hard as guides to do the best we can and to make it an enjoyable outing for everybody. And it's the amount of birds that we have in the area that help do this.
Thank you.
Looks
Nice
like the
night.
Flags are
Nice
blowing
morning.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of wind.
Well, that should be good. I mean, we are at the renowned Bradley Marsh. I'm excited. I've heard about this ever since I was a kid.
Oh, really?
So, oh yeah. I mean, you always hear people talk about Bradley Marsh. So, I mean, the weather's looking good. It could be a little colder. Could be a little windier.
Doesn't
but
feel like a November morning,
no,
does it? No.
Early October. But I don't know about you.
The flyway's going. That's what they're saying. There's lots of birds. So.
Yeah, time's a ticking. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Let's
Let's
meet the
go.
guys.
All right.
All right, Mike. And Mike.
Two mics. Morning. Morning.
Hopefully we'll get some decoying birds. We should see some birds anyway. So let's grab our gear and get loaded up and go set some decoys, gentlemen. And later on.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There's goldfish in here?
Wow.
Oh man, that whole marsh just erupted.
Holy cow, they just keep coming up. Isn't that gorgeous with the sun coming up like that?
I've never seen more birds fly like that in my life. That was incredible, flying right over the sunset, or sunrise. Stunning. Some left, some left. Sure, straight ahead.
They're cruising.
One here in front, straight at us. Take him.
Oh, there you go. Nice shot.
Wow. That is some fast shooting. Good job. Very nice shooting. That thing was coming hard. Come on, now. That's it. Pipe at it. Shoot the pipe. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Take it.
Oh, nice shot. God, those are far.
Whoa. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Take him. Wind at his back, that thing is sailing. More. Take him.
Woo!
Good shooting.
Better.
Very well done. 3 birds, 3 down.
Wow, can you believe the ducks we've seen this morning?
It has been non-stop action.
That one flock that came in early morning was unbelievable. I've never
Wasn't that huge?
seen a flock of mallards like that.
Me neither.
Gorgeous.
It's a test to the number of waterfowl in this country, but also the management program of groups like this to help keep ducks in our areas. This is incredible.
Absolutely. Like,
Having a blast, guys.
Yeah, this is excellent.
non-stop volleys of birds. You can't beat it.
Coming up, the ducks keep coming on day 1 when we return.
Here are birds everywhere.
I've never seen anything like this.
No, I know. It's insane.
2 at 12, 2 at 12.
Oh, there you go. Nice shot.
One coming from behind me, right?
Nice shot. Awesome. Straight ahead, straight ahead.
Nicely done. Good shooting.
Nice, Greg.
I can't believe the numbers.
Low behind.
Take him.
Good shot.
Oh, nice.
Nice Drake. Nice shooting. Well done. Front. Nice green.
Good job.
The Bradley Duck Hunting Club is located in southwestern Ontario off the shores of Lake St. Clair. During our visit, we had the chance to talk with Dean Bradley about the history of the club.
My great-grandfather and some partners had acquired a coal mine in West Virginia at the turn of the last century, which turned out to be a dud for them. And so they decided to try and sell it, but they couldn't find anybody who would pay them cash for the coal mine until they finally found a land speculator from Chatham who said he would swap the worthless coal mine for 1,655 worthless acres up here in Canada. So my grandfather was sent up to be a caretaker of the property until it could be sold. And he kind of came to love the place to the point where he really enjoyed farming, even though he was a city boy. And even though they had it for sale for 20 years, the farm never sold. The hunting part of the operation did not commence until 1929. In that year, there was a gale off of Lake St. Clair that flooded all of grandfather's cornfields. And the only way that he'd been able to farm was to have an extensive drainage system put in. So what he did in 1929 was turn the pumps around to keep the water in as opposed to drain it after he was flooded. And that's how he started what was the first artificial marsh here on the Lake St. Clair shoreline. And grandfather, by keeping most of his land in marsh and starting to have paying hunters come during the hunting season, was able to keep most of his land out of crop and made enough money during the tough 30s to keep his head above water. So we're kind of grateful that the hunting started and we've had it for so long.
Coming up, A unique flooded cornfield hunt to remember.
Nice shooting, guys.
Good job. I love the look of this.
It's nice, eh?
Wow. This honestly is a pretty cool setup. I've never done anything like this. This wind is dynamite. How could you not just love this? Look at this.
What a neat opportunity this is to be at the Bradley Marsh, hunting off of Lake St. Clair in flooded corn. I mean, this is neat.
They have these extensive drainage ditches that literally can control their water levels. I've never seen an experience or experienced a hunt like this before.
I've experienced it once in my life before, down in Mississippi, yeah, and it was such a unique opportunity, and I think we have a really great setup here. The birds are going to come in tight. They're going to decoy into this hole, and we're going to have a really great shoot.
Well, it's good because the way the wind's coming, it's really pounding today, which is good because they'll be looking to put the landing gear right on over our shoulders and hopefully tuck down to the decoy setup right in front of us. So this is, I'm excited already.
Yeah.
Setup couldn't be better. This group's coming. Coming in behind. You can lead me, Curtis. There you go. Nice shot, Steve. Nice shot. Hey, good job.
Nice shot. Good job.
Keep one right overhead. Go.
Hey, nice shot.
Straight ahead.
Nice shooting.
Nice, got that Drake.
Good shooting, guys.
Go, guys.
Another. Big mallard coming right over your head. Cardi, ready? Go. Yeah, right there.
Oh, there it
job.
goes. Nice shot.
Good job. I didn't even pull the trigger, so that was you guys.
Shooting, Cardi. Look at that beautiful bird right there. Look at that gorgeous bird. You see them?
Yeah, they're coming. Get ready.
This is neat. Nice shot! Way to go! Nice shooting, guys.
Good job.
High five.
3 for 3.
Nice shooting.
Good work.
Way to go. Look at the full plumage on these.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That is a gorgeous bird.
It's a nice bird.
That was a big, beautiful group of 3 drakes.
Isn't that outstanding?
Look at these
Hey.
birds.
Oh,
Aren't
gotta
they
love that.
gorgeous?
Big, beautiful drake mallards. You know what else I just noticed?
Black cloud does a number, eh?
Yeah.
At Bradley Marsh, your barrel doesn't get to time to cool down. My barrel is smoking. Come over your head, straight over your head, never going to your right. Go! Who shot first? Me.
Did you?
2 for 1.
Good job, man.
Hey, is Black Cloud not the shot? 2 for 1.
That was unbelievable, guys. I mean, we have had a phenomenal hunt. Basically, I mean,
That does it.
that's it.
That
The
does it.
sun was high, the birds weren't flying as well. That sun got down below the horizon and it lit up.
Shadowed
Let me tell you,
faces.
since we were kids growing up in Southern Ontario, we've heard the legends of the Bradley Marsh.
Yeah.
We just lived it today. Absolutely
Absolutely.
incredible.
Well, let's unload and get done.
Wow, what a hunt that was. You know, if you just put together a marriage of some good friends, Paul, Keith, and Carly, you bring in some great waterfowl, a little bit of good dog retrieving, you've got the recipe for a phenomenal hunt. If you ever have a chance of getting out and hunting with these good folks at the Bradley Marsh, you've got to do it. Until the next time, I'm Thomas Pigeon for Canada the Rough. Enjoy the greatness of Canada and be proud of your hunting heritage.
Canada in the Rough has been brought to you today by Dodge, grab life by the horns. Rocky Outdoor Gear. The Beretta family of firearms. Federal Premium Ammunition, every shot counts. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Yamaha, ATVs and outboards. And Pioneer Log Homes of BC, the finest log homes on earth. For more information on today's episode of Canada in the Rough, log on to CanadaInTheRough.com. Learn more about the show and past episodes, and catch up with our latest adventures.